What is going on? This is Darius from Auto Fair Nissan here, and today we're going to take a look at this 2024 Nissan Kicks S. Let's check it out. Underneath the hood, we're going to have our 1.6-liter four-cylinder engine paired to a front-wheel drive powertrain with a CVT. Little small engine is going to get you great fuel economy well into the 30s, even as high as 40 if you're good with the pedal. Everything that you're going to need to do as an owner-operator here is going to be nice and accessible. Your battery access is right there. Your oil dipstick is right there. Your windshield wiper fluid fill is right there. And you've got the rest of your fluids out and available for you to check and maintain as you go along. And behind our Nissan emblem here, we're going to have our front radar sensor for our automatic emergency braking. That's going to be one of the many standard safety features on the Kicks S. Looking at the car here from the side, you're going to see it's a very compact footprint for this car, but it's fairly tall. So you get good ride height, but also you get plenty of headroom in this car. It's actually deceptively tall when you're sitting inside, but again, you've got that shorter footprint, making it especially good for city lifestyle. Even in spite of the smallish footprint of this car, you're still going to get a nice deep trunk in here. It sits low too, so you can get your stuff all the way down here, and you get a good amount of height in here for your cargo purposes. Also, the length of the actual trunk itself is pretty substantial for the size of the car. We can also put down those seats using the little levers right there and right there if we needed that extra cargo space without the passengers. It's a 60-40 split, so you can also be a little bit more versatile with it if you had some cargo and also a person or two that you needed to fit in the car. Car's going to come with carpeted floor mats and a carpeted trunk mat as well. There are upgrade options available as well if you were interested in something like all-weather mats. Here's a nice little rear profile of the car for you, and as you come around the side here, you're going to have your gas cap. So it's driver's side gas cap, and to open the gas cap, we're just going to come right here to the driver's seat, and down here we're going to have three little things to show you. Your interior illumination as part of the package on this car. Your gas cap to open it is right here, and then your hood latch as well. Here's a look at the window sticker on the car. Feel free to pause at any point so you can read those options for a little bit longer, but I'll give you a nice little view of everything on here. Now looking in the back seat, you're going to have a surprisingly good amount of legroom for a small car of this size. Down here too, you're also going to have USB plug-ins for your backseat passengers so everybody can stay connected on the longer drives. And when you open up the driver's door, you're going to be greeted by one-touch windows in the front. Both of them are going to be automatic. And here we are from the driver's perspective inside of the car. We're going to work left to right, and I'll show you some of these nice features in here that you get just standard on the S. This button here is going to cycle through on the dashboard what view and what screen you're looking at. You've got average speed, average fuel economy is on there, trip computer information, and your instant fuel economy right up top. You've got your gas gauge right below that, and then your odometer and your trip. So it's 251 miles to empty, 32 miles on the car itself. And it's got your little snowflake symbol there because it is cold and we have had some snow here over the last few hours. You've got your speedometer and tachometer there. Very straightforward, very simple, minimalistic, easy to look at. Down here, we're going to have buttons for our parking sensors. We can enable or disable that through here. Right now, they're on. That would disable. This is for your lane departure warning. This is currently on. That will disable it. Blind spot monitor, that's currently on. That'll pop up right here on your door right by your A-pillar. That'll light up orange if someone's in that blind spot zone. So right now, that sensor is on. If we press that button, it'll disable it. And this one right here, this is the only one that says off. Actually, not including your traction control, but your safety features wise, your emergency braking is going to be this guy here. So if you wanted to turn that off, you can turn that off with this button right here. Not probably a whole lot of reasons to do that, whereas you're going to want that emergency braking function to come on automatically if needed. This also is going to have automatic headlights, even on the S model right here. So we can just leave this in auto and push forward in that high beam position. That way your automatic high beams will come on as well. Looking on the side here, you're going to have your controls for volume, your controls for your music, previous and next, and then your Bluetooth controls for your phone down here. So this head unit does support Bluetooth as well as plug-in USB and auxiliary, so you can use that to cycle through your music or give voice commands. If you have an iPhone or an Android hooked up, you can use Siri or Google Assistant, respective to whichever one you have, by just doing a long press of this button. So very cool right there. Here is going to be your cruise control settings. So this turns your system on, and then you can adjust it with these buttons right here and a temporary cancel right there. Controls for your wipers are going to be back here. This knob at the end is going to control the rear wiper. So let's give you a little view right there. We can also push forward on this stick to spray wiper fluid on the back. Takes a second the first time because you got to run some fluid through it, but nice and easy. Now moving over to this side on the infotainment screen, it's very easy to use. AM, FM, you got all your menus right up here. It's super simple. And then if we do that, go into there, just make sure the volume isn't blasting. You've got all your presets along here and all your different sources along the bottom. So it's very straightforward, very simple. Over here, again, really easy to use. That's kind of the theme throughout this whole thing. This car is very straightforward. Not a whole lot of controls that are super difficult to learn. You've got your different modes for your climate control. You've got your fan speed. You can crank that up, lower that down, and then your temperature, hotter, colder, or anywhere in the middle. So you got your little dial there that's going to show you where you're at. And then it does stop at the end, so you can always go to all the way right, all the way left, and then adjust from there. Got a few extra buttons in the middle, rear defroster, etc. And then your plugins down here for your aux and your USB-A that'll do charging and data transfer. You got a 12-volt plug right there too, and a little bit of storage under here. Great place to toss that phone if you're plugged in. Your push to start button, your shifter right here, if we put in reverse, is going to come up with our backup camera automatically. You get your distance indicators here in red, yellow, and green to help you kind of get a gauge for where you are relative to what's around you. Go into park, that's going to immediately shut off, and you got a handbrake down here. Key fob is going to be simple 3-button lock, unlock, and the alarm, and it does have the built-in backup key as well that we can pull out. Try to do it with one hand without dropping anything, if in case we need to get into the car with a completely dead key fob battery. This also has a built-in feature too with the key fob, that if the fob is completely dead, you can still take the emblem, press it up against here, and there is a sensor inside of the button that'll be able to pick up on this being there and still start up the car for you. You get your cup holders down here, extra tiny bit of storage there, and your armrest right here with another small storage space inside of it, and a spot for coins too. So we'll close that up, and then we'll take a look at this rear view mirror. That is our frameless auto-dimming rear view mirror with home link. So you've got the garage door openers built in right there. You program 3 of them. Perhaps if you have 2 bays, you can program a neighbor's that you don't like and open it for them. Okay, don't do that. And then you can have your light controls up top. Very straightforward. Everything, like I said, is really easy to use. Very simple. So if you just need a car that's going to get you from here to there, you don't want all the extra frills and kind of dressed up features, this is perfect for it. Get you great gas mileage, plenty of cargo space for the size of car, and still be able to do things like stream your music and get your phone calls. But yeah, it's an easy car. Very nice, very good price point, and still has a lot of good safety features, as we saw down here, built right into it, even right off the rip. If there was anything that I didn't cover that you're hoping to see, feel free to leave a comment down below or get in touch with us. I will respond to comments down in this comment section on the YouTube video. But other than that, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. If you want to come on down and see it, we're located at 45 Portsmouth Avenue in Stratham, New Hampshire. Hope to see you soon. Thank you.